They'll be here. Good evening, everyone. Are we on the air? Okay, thank you. Anyway, welcome, Linfield, to the Monday, April 13th regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen at 7 p.m. And I do want to announce that this meeting is being transmitted via cable TV. So first order of business is, if you'd please stand, do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Request for amendment to Market Street Development Agreement for extended hours for the fitness facilities. So, Nancy Horn, yes, if you'd please go up to that podium and make sure the green light is on. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you.
Nancy.
It is on. Can you hear me?
We
on.
can, yeah, they can hear you.
We can hear you. He gave a thumbs up.
So we would like to extend the hours to 5 a.m. for the fitness use,
Right.
just to allow more people. There are a lot of folks that would like to work out earlier than 6 a.m., gives them enough time to do the hour workout, get home, shower, get to work on time.
Right.
So currently it's 6 o'clock, and we're asking to move it to 5 a.m., just to give a lot of those folks more time in the morning. Most of the fitness facilities out there, including Boston Sports Club, it's usually 5 a.m. So we would just like to make that change.
I personally, for myself, I don't see any reason why it can't be 5 a.m. I mean, a lot of people do like to go out, get up and go early, work out, go to work, or whatever their day may consist of. So, I don't know if there are any comments from the board.
Nancy, what facilities does this affect?
So currently it's Solstice Power Yoga and Pure Bar.
Okay. Well, as an early exerciser, I have no problem with this. I enjoy working out early in the morning. I know a lot of people try to get it done before they go to
Early,
work, and for the same reason. I know Boston Fitness opens at 5, and a lot of people are there that time in the morning, so
Yep.
I certainly don't have any problem with it.
What is pure? You said Pure Bar.
Pure Bar?
What is that?
It's vertical ballet bar stretching, sort of like Pilates.
Okay. So this is specifically just for those two businesses, or
Or anybody else that may come in to that category.
that would fall under fitness?
That would fall under fitness,
Okay.
yeah.
I also am an early riser, and that's the best time. Well, for me, it's a good time to exercise.
Yeah.
A little quiet time, just you and whatever you want to work out with. I have reached out to some people in the neighborhood, and they did seem that they believe that was reasonable, so long as no one gets crazy on the horns. And I would think early morning people going to work out aren't going to be leaning on horns
No.
or playing loud music, so I don't see any problem with that. So I would make a motion to approve your request to extend the fitness tenants' ability to open at 5 a.m.
I'll second that.
So it has been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion on anything? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So
Thank you.
there you
Thank you,
are.
Nancy.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Next is motion on warrant article, motions on the warrant articles for the April town meeting. This is normally the format that we normally follow. Chairman, Selectman 1, Selectman 2. I don't see any problem with it.
And there's no verbiage in here that changed? The last time we looked at these warrants?
These seem fine.
I had a few questions I guess once we get to Article 4 is separate onto its own. When we get to fiscal year 2015 transfers. Is that what that's for?
Yep.
Okay. Can you just help me help clear my mind on two things? The first, the Golf Enterprise Fund. Are we allocating funds for operation or just for debt?
That's for operations, and I believe that that's included in that. No, it does not include, it's just for their operations.
I thought the town funds were gonna be used for the debt alone, and
Right.
the operational revenue was to fund its
Right,
operational expenses.
that's the operating revenue to run the 2 golf courses.
Okay, so the 770 is for debt, not for operations.
No, the 770 is for operations.
It comes from the enterprise, it comes from the receipts from
For the
the
golf course.
operation of the golf course.
Okay,
We have to transfer it every year.
okay.
Yeah, we have to transfer it every
We have
year.
to make that
That's
same
right.
transfer every year.
It was busy today.
I imagine it was.
And that would be the same for the ambulance fund,
Yes.
enterprise.
Yep.
Okay.
All set, Tom?
Yep, I think I'm all set with that.
Okay. I move that we approve the motions on the warrant articles.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Fiscal year 2015 transfers and payment of bills from a prior fiscal year. And that's Article 4 and 6, correct?
Article 4 is the transfers, and Article 6 is the payment from a previous fiscal year.
Right.
Yep.
They do balance out with each other.
Jim, does the snow and ice, does that cover our total bill?
Yes.
Okay.
That, and we have money that we raise on 275 that we raise on the recap that covers part of the deficit.
Mm-hmm. Do we still expect to get some money back from the,
We do, but
FEMA or-
we don't expect it in this fiscal year.
not in this year? Okay.
No, not the way things are going. I don't expect it until next fiscal year at the earliest.
Do we have any idea what that might be? No, not this time?
It's either gonna be 75% of all the storms or 75% of the first storm, but we don't know.
You say 70% of all the storms or just the first storm?
The state has submitted a request to FEMA to consider those 3 or 4 storms that happen right now
Mhm.
as one
One.
big storm, and they've asked for reimbursement for that whole event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether FEMA's gonna honor that or not, or just say, no, just the first one will do.
Right, okay.
So-
That would save us substantially. I had a few questions. How did we come up with a variance in Medicare? If we know what our payroll is gonna be, how could we be off with the Medicare? Because that's a substantial number. That's on $1.5 million of wages.
Yeah, and I tried to get an answer on that, Tom, but unfortunately, I wasn't really too with it today. A lot of it has to do with the school department, with employees coming in and going out,
Okay.
because most of the new employees or the part-time employees pay into that Medicare on some level.
Okay. It seems to be just maybe a calculation error somewhere, because if
It's possible.
for the Medicare to
Yeah,
be
it's
off
possible.
that amount,
Mm.
okay. Then I noticed that we have a reduction in short-term interest debt. And, using, just for rough numbers, I used a 3% interest rate. That's $1.2 million of debt. So what did we save $1.2 million?
I think that was just an estimate when they went to town meeting
Okay.
last year, and when we had the actual numbers, it came in less than what we'd anticipated.
Could that have been the interest on the note that we paid?
Could be part of it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The 700,000 or 800,000 that we paid?
840,
The 840,
500.
yeah.
Okay. And the one thing I was a little surprised on is the money that we're saving with the DPW highway salaries and expenses. Wouldn't it be more prudent to basically transfer those funds to repairing our streets and sidewalks?
You'd have to have an article to do it, to move them, because they're in different articles. 2, it's needed to cover some of the other bills. And three, you know, I think Andrew's gonna have his hands full spending that money as it is by the end of the fiscal year without giving him more.
Yes. Okay. All right. In the, okay, those are my questions for this article.
Anything else, Dave?
I don't have anything else. I mean,
Okay.
it's pretty straightforward.
I move that we recommend Articles 4 and 6.
I'll second that motion. Well,
Yeah.
6, before we do that, can we explain 6? We received the bill late, and where's that money gonna come from?
Free cash.
Free cash?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll second that motion.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
All right?
Aye.
Capital budget revision, and Jim, this is the second cruiser.
This is just the second cruiser. The board approved the capital budget with a single cruiser and asked me to find the funds, if possible, to get a second cruiser, which I was able to do. So the capital budget that you see before you has 2 cruisers in it. So you would need to approve that amendment to the capital budget.
I'd also like to make a addition to that. I'd like to also update the $3,500 capital allocation to the Historic Commission for landmark signs to also include landmark signs, cemetery stones, fence, and other capital improvements, so that the Historic Committee can have a little latitude to decide what they want to fix in case the 3,500 is inadequate for their signs.
Yeah, I actually talked to Bob a little bit about that today during my lucid moments. This has gone to the book, so we can't amend it because it's already at the printer. We'll have to actually make that motion on town meeting floor to amend that.
Okay.
Okay, you can get the board to support it, but this has already gone to the printer, so it wouldn't be changed in the book. It'd be exactly the way it is in the book. Does that make sense, Tom?
Yeah, no, I understand that, but can't we just say that we voted on this?
Board can vote to
mod-
support it, that's right. Yep.
Okay,
Yep, absolutely.
okay.
Specifically, though, they asked for landmark signs. Is that what they wanted?
They asked for all kinds of things. Landmark signs, they asked for cemetery repairs, they asked for a whole litany of things. I picked the landmark signs as,
And the amount of money that that's on here was that what they asked for landmark signs?
they asked for $5,000 for landmark signs.
Okay.
Cemetery committee has trouble spending their regular appropriation. Never mind an additional capital, so I wasn't really comfortable giving them a lot of capital where they haven't spent their budget in the past years.
Wasn't the majority of their funds still in their account from last year's appropriation?
Yep.
Yeah, that's,
They do a lot of their work in the spring.
But they were looking for funds because there's some substantial improvements that need to be made, and I think they're a little fearful with hiring some gentleman that they have seek to come out and look at the different cemeteries with work that's required, and I thought it was coming up at a much higher number than this.
What they were asking for was much, much higher numbers
Right.
than what's in there.
Right,
Part of
exactly.
their problem was, we were pretty much done with everything when their capital request came in.
Right.
So it wasn't really able to go through the same process that everything else was done through, because I had already finished the budget, I already finished the capital. And then the historic commission said, oh yeah, by the way, we want however much it was in additional capital spending. So we fit in what we could fit in at that point in the capital budget.
because there's 1,500 cut from their original request for landmark signs.
Yes.
So keeping the 35 in landmark signs should hopefully get them to do the landmark signs.
You know, if they wanna use it for other things, then they will have to ask town meeting for that, but 3,500 will do a lot of signs.
So
I think it'd be prudent to take a look at it at town meeting, if they want to make that appropriation there. I don't think, I think getting the landmark signs done this year and maybe tackling the headstones and whatever items they want to include next year, we could take a look at that later on. But as far as this capital budget, we're taking a look, that we can't include it in that anyway, so we want to approve this as is.
You want to approve that as is, and then if you want to approve Tom's suggestion that you look to amend the other thing on town meeting floor, that'll be a separate vote.
But even if we do that or not, it can still come up at town meeting. and
Right, they can still bring it up at
So-
town meeting.
Correct.
I just soon leave it landmark signs. It's not a lot of money. And that was a big issue with them, so they should spend it on the signs if that's what they want to do. How it changes remains to be seen.
It'd be nice to give them a little ability to do what they feel is appropriate in case it's inadequate. So I'll make a motion to approve the capital budget in addition, with my additional language to allow the Historic Commission to use $3,500 to create landmark signs and the ability to repair cemetery stones, fence, and other capital improvements.
Can I just suggest two separate motions? One
okay.
to approve the capital budget as amended with the second cruiser, and then the second one to support the Historic Commission to amend their line on town meeting floor to
Okay.
include other items that they may or may not wish to pursue.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion just to approve the capital budget as it is.
With the cruiser. I just have a
the
quick
cruiser.
question. The cruiser, approximately $40,000 was added?
Yeah.
Okay, and that money came from the additional monies we're gonna put in the two of our stabilization accounts?
We
Okay.
reduced the stabilization and the capital
Yeah,
stabilization
okay.
by 20,000 apiece.
Okay, great. All right, I second that?
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
I'd like to also make a motion to update the Historic Commission allocation of $3,500 from just landmark signs to include landmark signs, repair of cemetery stones, fence, and other capital improvements.
Let me get this straight, Tom. You're not adding money, you're just adding what they
Just
can use it
adding the
for?
verbiage. I
What
want
they
all
can
that-
use the money for?
Correct, that's all.
So it may not be, they can use it for 3 or 4
They can still
things.
use it for
They can use it for whatever they
signs.
want,
Correct,
And it's not a lot
or
of
at least for
money.
those items.
right, right.
Correct.
Yeah, I would support that if that's what they want to use it for. That's fine. I'd second that.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Tom, can you explain, can you give me that again?
Okay.
How do you want to see
Yep.
it?
Read $3,500 for landmark signs
Right,
and repairs to cemetery stone, fence, and capital improvements.
stones, fence, and capital improvements?
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, articles for inclusion in consent agenda. And this is something that's done annually. It's pretty much getting a lot of articles through that are basically
Yeah, that
run-of-the-mill things. and-
recurring run-of-the-mill articles that happen every year that are
Yeah,
Just
cuts down a
reauthorize
little
it.
time,
Yep.
so.
Town reports,
The budget ones are 15 and 16. No, 14 and 15.
No, 15 and 16, those
15
are
and
the,
16
those are the
budgets.
two enterprise accounts.
and we'd incorporate these in our first motion.
Yeah, and then these will all be voted as one.
Yep. I don't have an issue with these being all included as one. Consent agenda?
Yeah, it seems to make sense to move as a block. We've already approved the funds, so
All right, I'll make a motion to include Articles 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in a consent agenda at town meeting.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have Linda Gillen, resignation from the Historical Commission. And we do have a letter from her. Gentlemen, after careful thought and consideration, I must submit my resignation to the Linfield Historical Commission effective immediately. It has become more and more difficult to balance work commitments with the responsibilities of the commission, and I feel I can no longer give both the time that they need. Serving as a Historical Commission member has been both rewarding and educational, and I'm very proud of the work that I have done. I am most proud of the part I played in the passing of the demolition delay bylaw as well as the saving of Center Farm. And she'd like to thank the Board of Selectmen and the commission members for the opportunity to serve. And Linda, I think I've enjoyed working with you. I think you've brought a lot of good things to the surface and to light, and I think you've been a good positive effect on the Historical Commission. And personally, I thank you for your time, and I think you did a great job.
I agree, Linda, thank you for your service to the town. You brought a lot of passion and energy to that board, and the demolition delay bylaw wouldn't have happened without you, and you certainly worked with us closely on the Center Farm issue, so thank you very much, and good luck with your future.
I also would like to thank Linda. I spoke with her today, and she really, this was a very tough decision for her. And she wanted to thank the Board of Selectmen and her fellow committee members, along with all of the different town officials that she worked with over the years. But she'll always be available for a question if needed, and she just wanted to let everybody know that she's still here. I'd like to thank her for many years of commitment to the Historical Committee and to the town. She is leaving it in a better condition from which she originally came, and want to thank her for all of her years and her commitment to the town. Thank you, Linda.
Okay. So we do have some use of town facilities we can move to. Excuse me. We have common Memorial Day and Veterans Day observances, May 26th and November 11th. We do have the facilities use permit application here from the Veterans Service Agent, Jason Kimball, and it's something that was done annually, so May 26th, November 11th for the observances of Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
Yeah, Jason does a great job with these. The attendance for both of these has steadily risen, and I think it has a lot to do with him getting the word out and promoting both of these observance days. And we've had the pleasure, I think all of us have had the pleasure of speaking at these and attending these, and I certainly would approve both of these days for Jason and the Veteran Service.
I'd like to also thank Jason Kimball for all of his hard work since joining the Veterans Committee, and he's really brought it a long way. After marching in these parades, the war veterans are very appreciative of all of his hard work. So thank you, Jason, for all your hard work, and thank you to the veterans for what you've done in the past for this great country of ours. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the request for the Memorial Day and Veterans Day observations on May 26th and November 11th.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have a South Fire Lot Car Wash from the Linfield High School Boys Lacrosse, April 26th and June 7th at the South Linfield Fire Station parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that's done on an annual basis. It's a good fundraiser for the high school.
Yeah, I'll move that we approve the South Fire Lot Car Wash for the LHS Boys Lacrosse for April 26th and the rain date of June 7th.
I'll second that motion. I also want to thank John Sullivan for working to help out the Linfield High School boys lacrosse team with this fundraiser. I know that it's needed and well deserved to help the boys. Thank you, John.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We also have South Fire Lot Car Wash, Linfield High School baseball, May 3rd, with a rain date of May 10th, I believe. So here again, this is another good fundraiser for the high school.
Sure is. Again, I'd like to move that we approve the South Fire Lot Car Wash for the LHH baseball, May 3rd and May 10th as a rain date.
I would also second the motion, and thank you, Mike, for helping out the boys. I'm sure they needed to help with their budget, with their supplies, etc.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Also, for the South Fire Lot Car Wash, we have Linfield High School boys soccer team for September 13th. A motion for that.
Well, again, I'd move that we approve that for the LHS boys soccer on September 13th.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the LHS soccer fundraiser.
There's a second.
Second?
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have a Little League parade, which was May 2nd, 2015. And they're going to gather at the Huckleberry Hill School at 10:30, and the parade will commence at 11. So,
This is a great event.
Yep.
It seemed like just yesterday I was walking down the street with my son with this Little League parade. So I would make a motion to approve the Little League parade on Saturday, May 2nd, 2015.
I agree, it is a great event. It's been a few years since I've been there, but it was a lot of fun for the kids back then. I'm sure it's just as much now, and again, I would second that motion.
so it has been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Also on the Common, May 17th, we have the Great Strides Cystic Fibrosis Walk. This is another annual event.
Yeah, I've participated in this many times, and it's very well attended.
It is.
I urge you to participate if you can. Great cause. I'd like to make a motion to approve the Common for the May 17th Great Strides Cystic Fibrosis Walk.
I'll second that motion. This is a great cause, and hopefully a lot of people in the town will come out and support it.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There's a request for a banner for Reed's Ride that be placed, which is an annual, we hang this annually.
This is a great event, and urge everybody in town that can make this big ride, they should get involved and help with such a great cause. And I'd like to make a motion that we approve the banner for Reed's Ride.
I'll second that. I'd also like to mention that this is the 11th annual Reed's Ride.
Right.
Again, very well attended, very big community event. I knew Reed very well, and I know his family well, and they put a tremendous amount of work into this, and it's much appreciated. And again, I recommend everybody to get out and support this.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There's also a request for a banner to be hung for the Great Strides Cystic Fibrosis Walk.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the banner for the Great Strides Cystic Fibrosis Walk.
I'll second that motion.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Knights of Columbus, May 22nd, 5 to 9. There's a private party. It's for a husband's 50th birthday, so they're looking for a application for an alcoholic beverage license. And I know Chief Breen has already signed on this, and this is something the function hall does quite often, so.
Everybody signed off? Good. I'll make a motion, we approve the Knights of Columbus for May 22nd for 5 to 9 for a private party.
I'll second that motion, but I have a question. I noticed that there's a new form attached to this, the second page. So is this they're assuming the liability for serving alcoholic beverages?
They actually, that page has been a regular part of the application.
This page? I haven't seen this before. This
Should be.
second page?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the liability.
I think that's been a regular part of this.
I'll go back. Okay, so I second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We also have Knights of Columbus, June 13th, from 7 to 11 p.m. for a private party. It's the first Holy Communion at the function hall. Once again, they're looking for a all-alcoholic beverage liquor license, and Chief Breen has already signed off on this.
There's never been any problems at the function hall, so I'd make a motion to approve the request for the Knights of Columbus, June 13th, 7 to 5 to 9 p.m. party for the First Holy Communion.
Second that?
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have a couple of regular meeting minutes to approve. March 9th is one. I didn't find any problems with anything in this
What's the first one?
document.
Just made it March 9th, okay.
The only item that I thought was missing was on page 8 regarding the 501c3 organization for the Media and Cultural Center, that I offered my assistance in the creation of the nonprofit. So I'm still happy to assist with that.
I have no issues with this.
So with that change, I make a motion to approve the March 9, 2015 Board of Selectmen minutes
So are you asking for a change in the minutes?
with that change, with that update.
Okay, is that what you seconded?
I'll second that.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
All right?
Aye.
And one more set of meeting minutes for March 23rd, 2015. I didn't see a problem with any of this.
I don't have any questions.
Nope, this is fine. I'll make a motion, we accept the March 23rd minutes as written.
I'll second that motion.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So I believe we are at a point to go into recess. I'm gonna request that we take a recess, and we will come back after the town election and start over and go from there. These are interesting times, that's for sure.
Do we need to make a motion, or
I make a motion, we, for recess until the town election results come in.
I'll second that motion?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So thank you. We'll come back when the town clerk comes in with some results. Thanks.